Well, welcome back, folks. And once again, in the theme of training, I wanted to show you my in-house sales presentation. And it's one that I have developed over many, many years. It's worked real well. So I wanted you to have it on film so you can use it over and over again. So here we go. So, hey, Miss Allison, how you doing?
Hi, how are you?
Great, great, great. Well, thanks for taking some time to sit down and kind of go over the things that we talked about. But for starters, I always kind of like to learn a little bit about my clients. So, are you born and raised here in Baton Rouge, or what? What's your story?
Yes, I was born and raised in Baton Rouge
Okay. So, and you've lived here in this house how long?
for 10 years.
Okay. Awesome. So now are you retired? Or are you still working?
I am still working. I am an elementary school teacher.
Cool.
Off for the summer.
Where do you teach at?
I teach at St. George.
St. George, good old Catholic school. I like that. I'm an old Catholic boy myself, so I got to say that's a good thing. So, well, awesome. Now, is your family's from all around here? Are they moved off, or?
Yes, all my family is in
So
town.
the kids and the grandkids and everybody's here, huh?
Yes.
Excellent. Well, I always kind of like to start off with kind of giving you an overview of kind of how I do what I do, so that it'll help things make a little bit more sense. And then once we get kind of past that, we'll kind of dive into the details. So let me start off with here's just a copy of my Louisiana state insurance license. And the reason I show that to you is because I want you to understand is I am a true independent agent. And what that means for you is through me, you get access to the top 20 life insurance companies out on the market, okay? And you say, well, why does that matter? Well, that matters because, number one, it's a lot of carriers, a lot of options. But these carriers aren't just any old life insurance companies. These are the top 20 best carriers for folks 50 and over. And the reason I carry so many is because everybody I sit with has their own individual situation, and they're looking for the best viable options out there on the market for them individually. Okay, so essentially, once we're finished talking here today and going over things, you will have basically shopped the whole market for your best possible life insurance options. Make sense? All right. Now, the folks I'm able to help the best or the most are typically folks that are 50 and over. Typically, they're on either Social Security or disability or some kind of fixed limited income, which means they're on fixed limited budgets, and they want access to affordable life insurance. Now, here's kind of where the fork in the road is, because there's basically two types of affordable life insurance. The first one is what I call the TV life insurance. Okay, what I mean by TV life insurance is as you sit down and you're watching commercials all day long, you see these commercials about life insurance. And all of them are all focused on selling you on these crazy low insurance premiums. And the reason they do that is because they're kind of basically wanting to hook you in to get you on board with their life insurance. But then, not so long thereafter, they start raising their premiums and raising their premiums and raising them to where it gets so crazy expensive that you can't possibly afford to hang on to it. So years down the road, you're having to drop your life insurance because you can no longer afford it. Or sometimes it expires even before you get to that point, okay? That's called temporary term life insurance. Now these would be things like AARP, Globe Life, Physicians Mutual, Colonial Penn, Primerica. All of those are examples of that temporary term life insurance. Now that's not what I deal with, okay? The reason I don't deal with it is because my clients come to me on fixed incomes, they come to me on limited budgets, and they say, Tommy, I want my life insurance to operate the same way as my budget, okay? My income's not going up anymore, so I can't afford for my life insurance to go up. So I want you to set me up something, Tommy, where I can lock in my rate, lock in my coverage, and I can know that no matter how long I live or how old I get, that my life insurance is never, ever going to change on me. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay. That's called permanent whole life insurance. Okay, that's what I specialize in. Any questions about either of the two types of life insurance?
Yeah.
Okay. So are you more interested in the temporary term kind or the permanent whole life kind?
Permanent whole.
Okay, good. All right, well, that's what I do. Next question is, my experience is folks that have scheduled to meet with me usually do it for one of two reasons. Either they have no life insurance at all and they want to get some for obvious reasons, or secondly, sometimes they've got a little bit of coverage but they just don't feel like they have enough and so that they'd like to get a little bit more. Which one of those best describes you?
I don't have any.
You don't have any? Okay, all right. So we're starting from scratch with you.
Right.
Okay, good. Most of my clients are in that boat, so that's good. All right, so let me then ask you a couple questions. So you're currently how old?
I'm 50.
So you're 50 as of today. You're not about to be 50, you are 50.
I am
Okay.
50.
All right, 50, all right. And smoker or non-smoker?
Non-smoker.
All right, female non-smoker. Okay. Let me walk through your health a little bit because it'll help me place you with the best carrier. So health-wise, kind of walk me through your health history, what medications you're taking, just kind of your overall health history. So any brain issues? No brain issues, right?
No.
Okay, all right. Heart, any heart-related issues?
I have high blood pressure.
High blood pressure, okay. Cholesterol?
High cholesterol.
All right, cholesterol too. Okay. Any blood-related issues, diabetes or
Yes.
anything? Okay, so diabetic. Okay. Are you on pills or insulin?
Pills.
Pills. All right. Any other heart-related issues? Heart attack, strokes, surgeries, open heart surgeries, stents? Okay,
No.
nothing. Lungs are good.
Yes.
Liver,
Yes.
kidneys.
Yes.
Okay. So high blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetic with pills.
Correct.
All right, great. Okay. Let me see. Sorry, get my phone right quick. Set it down over here. All right, so I'm gonna be looking up here, going through all my carriers to see which one's gonna be best for you here. So, all right, so let's put your information in here. I'm gonna type it in. Okay, so I'm gonna come up with a few scenarios here for you. So we're doing 10,000, 12, 15, and 20,000. Okay. Let's see what it says here. Okay. Alright. Okay, so I've got a few options here for you. And let me kind of just regroup right quick so you understand what we're doing here. We're going to be setting you up with permanent whole life insurance, okay? Which means you're going to lock in your rate and lock in your coverage. It's never ever going to change to the day you die. It's also cash value life insurance. So what that means for you is as you pay your premiums into this policy, it's going to accumulate inside the policy in the form of cash value savings. So years down the road, if you ever go, for whatever reason, you decide you don't no longer need this policy and you decide to either decrease it or drop it, there's a pile of money that would come back to you. Okay, so it's not like your money's going away. We're going to start off with what we know you can handle. Okay, I always tell my clients, let's crawl before we walk. So start off low, but we can always add coverage down the road. There's no problem for that either. And last but not least, we'll be setting you up and activating your coverage today, but we won't make the first premium payment till you get paid on the 1st or the 3rd of the month.
The first.
3rd. Okay, so we'll set up for a July 1st draft. So it's going to give you time to get ready for it. You'll be covered, but you don't have to worry about paying for it until next month. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right. So I set up these 4 options for you. Looking at here, 10,000, 12,000, 15, or 20,000, and these are your monthly premiums. Okay, which one of those is most comfortable for you?
I could probably afford the 12,000.
Okay, all right. So we'll start off with the 12,000. Like I said, if you want to add some more down the road, we can always add more to it.
Great.
Make sense?
Yes.
All right. So let me pull out my application, and this is going to be with Liberty Bankers Life, by the way. I rep a lot of carriers, but this one in this case is not only the most the cheapest, but it's also a really good carrier too. It's an A-rated company, so you're gonna be in good hands. All right. Well, let me get the application rocking, and we'll get that taken care of. We'll get on the phone, do a phone interview, and get you covered.
Great.
All right. Thanks a lot, folks.